Welcome back, folks, to another episode. Starting it off at gold now. We're doing an Instagram shoot for Banjo's OnlyFans page.
Kind of scared me, not gonna lie. I didn't know you had the camera on yet.
Really? The old shoe scared him. Did you hear what I said?
Golden hour?
For your OnlyFans shoot.
Oh, that's.
Did you not hear? Did he miss that? Kinky boy. Look at that guy.
Hello?
Link down below, Banjo's OnlyFans. Look at this golden hour. It's just looks good. Anyways, we're starting the day off late. We need to go set out cameras at some different farms. We've set out them around this farm, like the main big farm. It just ain't it. We haven't seen Big Papa Buck. I mean, we've seen a couple, but just not consistent. So we're gonna run up. We got the beaver dam spot. Banjo's gonna see some ducks there probably. You get excited. And then there's a survival spot where Banjo and I had a survival challenge in a blizzard. This was like 2 years ago. If you guys are OG fans, you remember it. Lots of Moultrie shell cams that we're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna hook them up. My goal would be to have at least 2 cams per farm, maybe 3. And then the goal is pretty much gonna be go home tomorrow, wake up, sight that crossbow and wait a few days, analyze the camera situation, and then execute, go set up a blind and try to shoot a deer with the crossbow. But before we get into it, remember, linked down below is all the new Beefcake merch. We got a bunch of deer hunting stuff. We got the construction stuff, kinky boy stuff,
Kinky boy.
all that stuff. So if you guys want any of that, it'll be linked down below, and make sure you use promo code FLAIR to get 15% off your entire purchase. So that being said, we got a haul booty up to the beaver dam, see if we see any deer or trails of deer or signs of deer, and then we're gonna set out cameras on the trails and see what we see. So with that being said, you guys stay tuned. Shoo! All right, folks. Seen a deer, Banjo? This is my favorite spot, like one of my all-time favorite spots. We never come over here, but Beaver Dam's way on the other side. But look at this, cornfields, 360 island of open timber, but it's thick, but not super thick. This is just one of my all-time favorite spots. This is one I always say I'm gonna deer hunt it, and I just never have, but we've got to do it this year. Like whether you put up a tree stand or even just a blind here in the middle, you can see everywhere. And it's surrounded by corn.
Bless you. Oh. Bless you again.
Oh God, that deer got fired up there. So I was originally gonna look for a scrape or a rub, but Banjo, you might be right. Like if we want to put the camera where you want to put the blind, this would probably be it.
Yeah.
Like where you just have it in the middle and hope the deer just walk past. I know deer walk edges too a lot. So like you could always stick one facing there, or like that tree. I know they walk edges. So I say we'll face it here. That way if there's any type of traffic roaming, oh yeah, we're good. Well, let's stick it right here. So camera number 1 going on that tree by Banjo, face this way. And then there's another spot I want to put the next camera. I'll show you guys that next. Stay tuned.
Yep.
Shoo! All right, so we're on the other side. So we actually put the first camera over there. I was saying, I think this side's the better side. We drove over here. Banjo immediately saw a rub. So look at this. Oh, they like this. They like that green stuff that's going on down there. They can't not like it, right?
I'm no deer expert, but I think that might be a buck.
You think so?
I don't know.
Buddy started turning on it. Yeah, there's a pass right here. Dude, you could set a blind right here on this little island, and you could hunt 360. I like it. This is it. So they're running right here. See? That's where he did. He rubbed and he walked right here. All right, so I'd say put a camera pretty much right facing that way, or you stick it. I don't want them to skirt here. You're better off shooting like down than you are like at a path.
I'm sure they'll walk like this or either way.
I say we shoot it down this
It looks like
path.
they've been
I bet they're gonna walk right here. Yep. All right, camera number 2 going right here. We're good to go. Shoo! It's getting dark out here, folks, but we're at the survival spot. Banjo, remember when we slept in here overnight? We were right down here, right? You think our shelter's still down here?
I don't know if we were left or right. Are we down where that water is? Yeah.
No, it's still there, bro. It's that. Look at it.
No
Yes.
way.
I gotta go show you guys. Just hang on.
What is it?
It's me and Banjo did a 24-hour survival shelter in the middle of a blizzard. It snowed like 6 inches, and we slept overnight, and this is our shelter back here. Yeah, Banjo, it's here, bro. This. I know it's dark for you guys, so let me get a light on this. I can't believe it still stayed. We ran that and then ran a tarp over it, and we slept in it overnight during a blizzard.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was the sketchiest thing ever. So anyway, that's where we're at.
It
Yeah.
runs up that hill there.
Yep, they run and then they go. So this is how they get from one side to another. So let's follow this trail, because we can probably put it out along the edge of the cornfields is where I'm thinking it'll be good. Oh, right here. We got a scrape right here. Yep, right here, the old bush. So what deer will do is they make this big section like there's no grass or leaves, and they rub their antlers on this and put scent on it. And so I think that's what that is. They call them scrapes. I learned about that this year. I always thought rubs and scrapes are the same thing. Not the same thing. So I feel like that would be a good one too. You know, they're walking the edge and they just have to bang their, I mean, you never know. I say put a cam right there.
Okay.
face the scrape.
Because they pee on it too,
Because
right?
yeah, they're supposed to put their scent on it. Actually, humans are supposed to pee on it. You gotta pee?
Can't say I get to pee right now.
I don't even.
Rip.
I mean,
I just went pee. I might be able to dribble out a little bit. Push. Come on. You really are. You're supposed to pee on it, and I guess it's supposed to help. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna get the camera set up here, and then I'll show you guys our last spot. We're gonna go way down on the other side there. And you whizzing?
No, I'm not whizzing.
You better do it before we put the camera up.
We did talk about OnlyFans.
Really? That's what I'm saying. Put the trail cam footage of you weeing on your OnlyFans page.
True.
Link down below. Shoo! What's going on, folks? It's a couple days later. We got a surprise for you. What up, Lucy dog? How you doing? We're back. Okay, so we ended the day. Last you guys saw was this set.
Yeah.
So we set another one down there. We didn't show yet. It's been a few days. We've got some big bucks on cam, and it's all due thanks to this guy who found the scrape.
I did it.
You were on scrape duty. That's Ty's big scrape guy. So I'll walk over to our scrape that you guys saw. It was dark, I know, but it's been a few days, and we've seen some. God, it is windier than heck out here. Sorry for the audio, but we've seen some really nice bucks that have been using it. I'll show you again, broad daylight. Here's your scrape right here, Lucy. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that you're there, but you're there. So that's the camera. See, they knocked off. They're knocking twigs off, but that's the scrape right here. So we got to set a blind out. Now, we don't have many options. We thought about sticking one off that point, but from that to here is further than crossbow distance allows. We're going after a bow kill here. So we're thinking maybe up under this tree. That's got to be under 40 yards, I would say. Oh, dude, we got a pond back there. The beavers must have dammed that up. Oh, Ty, right here, daddy. It's just, you're gonna have to wait for him to walk out, or do you want to stick it out more? You could always clear this brush too. That brush doesn't need to be there. Like I'm saying, these fluffy ones. Out of curiosity, let me just walk this off. So 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 3, 24, 25. It's a 25-yard shot. That's close. They might be coming from here though. That's the neighbor's property. We can't shoot a deer over there, so we don't want the deer to see us. Never mind, scrap that. We just need to figure out where to put the blind up, and we'll get her set out. It's windier than heck, folks. The odds of this blind us here when we come to hunt, it's slim to none. We put 2 stakes on each corner and then 4 stakes that have string, and it's still blowing. Literally the wind's blowing like 45 miles an hour right now. But 25-yard shot to the scrape, probably like closer to 30. We backed it up just a little bit. 30-yard shot to the scrape. Hopefully get that old crossbow dialed in here. That's gonna be the next task. Get the crossbow dialed in. Pray that the blind stays. Also pray that the bucks don't get freaked out. I know this is not how you're supposed to deer hunt. We had to wait till the corn got harvested to get in here, and it just got harvested. So we had to kind of wait. Now we're jumping in, getting the blinds ready. It actually blends in decent. I mean, obviously you can tell it's a blind, but like overall it's not bad. Give the bucks a few days. We'll keep an eye on the camera. If we start seeing them consistently come back to that scrape, I don't care if they hate the blind. If we see daylight bucks at the scrape, we can shoot them. It don't matter if they don't like the blind or not, because if they're standing under that scrape, we can shoot them. So with that being said, we better go sight in that crossbow. Shoo! Alrighty folks, well, change of plans, okay? So we're on deer duty. Crossbow, deer duty. The blind that we set up the other day, well, haven't seen the bucks come back for a couple days. Probably bumped them. But we also have a bad wind. We set that one up for kind of a north wind, assuming that we have cold fronts coming in, obviously being the fall. Today we've got a 20-mile-an-hour south wind. So we're like, every single blind we put up was for a north wind, all the different farms up in the hills and stuff. So we need to get something set up for a south wind. So right now, 10:30 a.m. We've got plenty of time before the deer are gonna start moving and doing things. The other thing is tonight, a cold front hits where it's gonna be going from like literally 75 today to like 30. So I'm hoping that'll get the deer moving. But our spot is kind of unconventional. And now listen, I'm not an expert deer hunter. I've never claimed to be. And I know this goes against every rule in the book, but I don't really care because I like to just do whatever I wanna do and hope it works. So this field, I've seen lots of deer. We've got corn. That's a lot of bedding. The bedding runs all the way down there, and then there's water here. We've got some train tracks here. On the other side of this, there's fields all the way down. So this is kind of our high point. We're thinking set up a blind here. Now, do I expect to shoot a deer from the blind tonight? No, because even if they're walking that corn edge, that's probably a 50-yard shot, which I'll take. I'm gonna shoot for 60 and below. I know they're good out for 100, but the crossbows are loud, and I don't want them ducking arrows. So on a perfect situation, you put it here. The deer are gonna walk this corn edge. Right now, I guarantee there's deer bedding in there right now, and there's timber. They're gonna walk this edge and feed. We've got a nice deer trail right here. There's a couple that run down from the upper fields, I guess. So we're thinking put the blind here. Pretty much plan on sitting here until about 5, which is, you know, 30 minutes before, that's sunset-ish, but 30 minutes before, you can shoot 30 minutes after sunset for deer. So when I'm planning on sitting here till 5, if we don't see any deer at 5, we say screw it, let's throw on some ghillie suits and we're running and gunning. Meaning we're gonna go check some fields over there, like just in ghillie suits, running gun with the crossbow and a camera. There's fields on this other side of this. The nice thing about this is if we see deer out in this field, if they're way over there, we're kind of screwed. But if they're on this side, there's a ravine, a little creek that runs and it's dry and it runs all the way down. So if it's like, boom, there's a deer, you know, it's 5 o'clock, they're not gonna get much closer. Let's jump out, get in the ghillie suits. We're gonna run down and we're gonna run along these train tracks in the ravine and try to kind of spot and stalk a whitetail, which I know is unconventional, and you know, odds are it's not gonna work, but if it does, it'd be pretty neat. So we're gonna try to do spot and stalk in a ghillie suit if for some reason a deer doesn't come down. Now, deer have been coming down right here, so we could be sitting here and they come around the corner. They're gonna smell us because you can see the wind is blowing that way. They're gonna blow at us. If they blow at us, I'm still shooting them. We're looking for meat at this point. I've already shot a buck in my backyard. A buck would be great, but if a doe walks out, doe is down. If it's brown, it's down. So again, if I was to guess right now, we will see deer because there's a cold front that's gonna move in later today. But my guess is we're gonna have to get out in ghillie suits and run a gun, hope that we can get within 40 to 50 yards of a deer because the wind is blowing straight in our face. We're gonna run up like this and try to put one down. So banjo and pull jet, they're on blind duty. You got it. We're gonna put it right here, set it up, and we're gonna go back home, resight in the crossbow, make sure it's dialed. Come back out here, sit. We got some nice comfy chairs, and we're gonna sit here and relax and watch nature. And hopefully a deer walks out. So stay tuned. Come on, you got it. Pop it out. Give it a tug, banjo.
Come on, banjo, tug on
Make it pop, banjo. Oh, look at that dust. You just got crop dusted. Dude, I love this blind. It's all mesh, bro. 360. You think so?
Yeah.
Against this brown grass?
Looks good.
Yeah, this does look pretty neat.
I like how you can see out of her though.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the best one to hunt in. Look at this. Look, you can see everything. This is what we need for this spot though. It's a 360. 360, but the deer can't see in. So again, ideally, but we got to make sure turn it a little bit. We want to sneak out right here probably, because we're gonna sneak out and then we're probably gonna run on this backside down there if we have to sneak out. So we want the door on the back. Well, the blind's up. We're gonna put the chairs in here. I know it's not the best idea to set up a blind and hunt the same day, but listen, we're gonna give it a try. So you guys stay tuned. We'll see you back at the house when we're sighting the crossbow. Well, folks, we're back. Look at that fit. You got slippers, shorts. It got really cold. I was sweating so much when we were running around because it was like 75. It's now down to about 38. So the wind is switching right now, which means we needed to be in the blind about an hour ago. Which is gonna happen. So we're just gonna double check, make sure the old crossbow is sighted in. You guys have already seen this. I made an entire video about it. It's pretty sweet. You just do one of these things, click it in, wind it up like you're bringing in a 10-pounder. Take your field tip arrow, slide her on down, find the little spot it's supposed to sit in, listen for the click. Boom, and she's ready to fire. So I've got the target set out at 20 yards. If I hit it dead on, I'm gonna back up. I could probably get to about 30, maybe. That's about as far as I can get. Then we'll probably, actually we should just carry the target up. Because I wanna be like at like a 50-yard shot. If I can hit, you know, relatively the bullseye like that, at a 50-yard shot will be good. Because we're gonna be running guns, so I'm not taking some far shots. Millie, come here, buddy. You gotta get out of the way, Rick. Millie, let's go. Let's go get in the mule. Come on. Millie, come on. Hey, let's get in the mule, come on. Shooting at 20 yards. Rip, but I think I got a freaking bullseye. I think it's right in the middle. Lucy, good dog. Oh, dude, no, Lucy, don't, no. Hey, Lucy, no, don't bite the arrow. No. Oh, snap. Woo! Hey, I'd say that's a dead deer there, Rick. I'm aiming for right here. All right, let me back. Dude, it's cold, bro. Oh, my nipples. All right, let's see if I can hit bullseye again. And then I'm gonna get dressed. Oh, these rocks aren't good. And
tell me the slippers aren't good on the rocks?
Dude, these slippers suck. These aren't even mine, these are Macy's. I don't know why I'm wearing them. And then we gotta go get dressed and head out to the blind. Dude, it's misting. But this is when big bucks get just all, you know, revved up like banjo. So it's gonna be good. We're sitting at 48. God, I'm good. Look, now you're at 50. If I miss, it's gonna hit the trailer tire. Like actually, I'd put it.
You'll be all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, you got it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Is that dead on?
Really close, like really close. There's no pin for 45 either, so I had to hover it between 40 and 50. So I didn't even have like a suit. Oh, it's pouring rain. Get the arrow, fetch it up. Fetch. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, oh, red. Lucy. Oh God, yeah.
It's pretty dang close.
I mean, when I'm like breathing, it's doing one of these circles. I would say that's probably about right. Maybe I'll hang her.
You've stayed pretty right though.
Look, I am right there.
So maybe knock it over just a little left.
I'm gonna knock it left. All right, I'm gonna go get some pants on. See you guys at the farm. Shoo! Alrighty folks, we made it down to the farm. We got everything loaded up. Scent killer has been applied. We've got warm jackets. That's a knife processing together some stuff from duck hunting and stuff in here as well. We sprayed ourselves down. We're gonna jump in the mule. Fun fact, it went from straight south to straight north. So I don't know if we could go sit at some of our other blinds that we had set up in the other hill grounds that we aren't gonna set up, but I've looked at cameras and I have not seen any deer out there for 2 days. Now, going from 70 to now being about 45, I assume they're gonna start moving, but our strategy of the running gun gives us the opportunity to be versatile and flexible, meaning if we don't see a deer, I would honestly be surprised. Will we shoot one? I don't know, but like if we don't physically say, hey, right there's a deer, I personally will be pretty shocked because we're gonna be covering a lot of ground visually, and like I said, around 5 o'clock, 30 before sunset, we're gonna start walking and see if we can see anything. So I know, unconventional deer hunting, but we're doing what we can to get some brown down on the ground. We're strapped, folks. Gillies, pews. We parked about, I think, quarter mile away. It's not too far.
No.
But went way back, and we gotta walk and then pop up over the hill into the blind. Fingers crossed. I just see 2 deer walking to the blind. They're right here. They're a little over 100 yards too far. We might just sit here. We're on like the backside of a hill right now. And just see if they get closer. If they go farther, we can go to the blind and start stalking. The wind is directly at them, but they haven't smelled us. 2 does. There might be a buck. A buck might be chasing them. If we were in the blind, they're probably 60 yards in front of the blind right now. We can't get to it. I'm gonna go see where they're at. All right, the deer walked up the hill. We're gonna try to get on the other side of the hill. So when they come down the hill, we're there. To the blind, I don't know where they're at. All right, let's go look. If they were like 80, I would have shot, but 120s. Push. We were with them. Walking this way. He's right here. If I see him, I'm gonna stand with me and I'll shoot. Okay. You see him? He's right there.
No, I don't.
He's like 15 yards. He's up by the train tracks. He's in the thick trees. He's looking right at us. See her? She sees us.
Oh, she just ran.
Yeah. We just stalked them. We had them. They were at this big tree. That's probably 15, maybe 20. The reason why I didn't shoot is there was a big doe, and it wasn't a baby, but it was a little small. Felt bad shooting it. I popped my head up. I don't think I could have sent an arrow through the trees anyway. If it was a rifle, I'd have been like, yeah, whatever, but like, I looked and all of a sudden it goes like this. It's looking at me and I see it's 2 ears. It's pointing at me and I just like crouched down, took off running. I've never been that close to deer before. It's not how we wanted it to start. We didn't bump them hard though. It was a soft bump. So they might try to get behind us to try to get a good whiff or something. I could have thrown a tennis ball and hit it. Like, me and Ty were sitting here and I'm like, all of a sudden I hear them. And I'm like, dude, get down. They're right here. So what do you mean? Like closer than us to that blind. Here, I'll tell you how far it was I can range it. They weren't that big. That's just, not that it matters, but I didn't want to shoot this little guy. 17 yards. Dude, and the wind's in their face, bro. Like right now the wind's over our back in their face. We almost spot and stalked. Again, I probably could have shot him. I want a good, clean, ethical shot. I don't want to take a 120 yard shot with a crossbow. Well, we're gonna crawl over this hill and see if we can see him. We're in the blind, Rick. That was intense.
Crazy. That was crazy.
I've never attempted to spot and stalk a whitetail. I'm sure that wouldn't work on a buck, but dude.
They were not the brightest.
They were not very smart. The wind was blowing in their face. Literally the only reason why they bumped is because I stood up to look where she went and she was looking right at me. But if we just didn't move, I think they would have walked in front of us. So she was right. So basically from the blind, she was just right in that timber right back there. I definitely could have shot her from here. There's a few twigs and stuff. You don't really want to shoot through timber when you're shooting with arrows, or bolts, I should say. But we're in the blind. I told Pooja, I said, hey, it's only 4 o'clock. The sun doesn't set for an hour. So an hour and a half of shooting. I told Pooja, I was like, dude, let's just chill in here for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, around 5. Because that's what I said earlier. They may load back up in this creek. You can't see the creek from here. We now kind of understand what they were doing. There's green grass, there's food, and the creek is how they travel. So if they want to go from here to the other side of the property, they use that creek bed because it sits so low. They have the train tracks on one side, really tall CRP looking stuff on the other. That's how they travel. And then right before dark, they bump out can go into the field. We've seen lots of deer over here, so I think that's what they're doing now. I think for rifle season, we should move this blind down there so we can shoot that lane. I mean, that lane probably goes for 600-700 yards that you can physically see, and I think that's how the deer are going, because they don't, especially bucks, they don't like traveling. Like if they wanted to go from this corner to that corner, they wouldn't just go through the field. More than like they would go around, and they hug tree rows and edges and stuff like that. They like the thick cover. So I can't believe, like, even though I didn't kill one, I feel like we made it, like we did it, you know. It's like we didn't kill it. The only reason why I didn't choose is because it was small, and I was like, there was a bigger one with it, and I wanted the bigger one, and the bigger one was like still eating when the smaller one saw me, and the smaller one spooked. Like we did what we wanted to do, which was spot and stalk with the crossbow. We got them within range. We got them within, what, 15 yards? That's freaking crazy. Absolutely nuts. So we're gonna sit here for a bit and just scan, looking for deer, because they're, like I said, they bed here, they travel here, they feed here. So ideally you get one to feed right there. Maybe we crawl out of the blind and give them a poke. You gotta stay tuned. We see, like, what do you think? There's 6. I think there's at least 6 does. They came running into the field, but they're 250 yards. But all it takes is for them to work their way around the cornfield to here. If it's 5 o'clock and there's deer out there, we gotta go try it, you know. Alrighty, so we see like 10 deer. They ran out. Now they're running back. We're going to get out of the blind. I know, it's not what we're supposed to do. We're gonna get out of the freaking blind, and we're gonna walk that creek bed that we saw the does earlier. So the deer are over there. We're gonna walk this to where because they're walking back to the right, at some point they're gonna come to us. So we need to walk until we're even with them. We're parallel. And if we can keep our scent down, we could even go past them. Because our scent's pulling at them right now. You could go past them and turn around. So that way when they come out, they're sniffing up, not down. Because they're gonna always look into the wind. But right now it's 4:40. We've got like 50 minutes. We're gonna give her hell. Let's go get them. Change of plans. There's too many deer to spot and stalk. We crawled up this hill and there's one doe on the other side. She's walking this way. So we're gonna go on the bottom of this hill. Perfect wind. She can't smell us or see us or hear us. Walk all the way around. Almost where we parked the mule. Oh, there's a deer right there. But honestly, they'll be here till dark. I say we try this one. So we're gonna go around, pop up, and see if we can shoot her.
Nice shot.
Dude, that was an amazing shot.
Dude, he's dead. What did you see?
Dude, he walked right at you. I was like, Andrew, take the shot.
I stopped him twice.
Dude, how close was he? 15 feet?
No, he was probably
20 yards from you?
I don't know, dude.
Dude, he was right on top of you.
Could you see it with that
Dude,
camera?
I could see you in the long lens.
You could saw me?
Were you laying down?
Yes.
Yes, I could see
Oh
you.
my god. Dude, for the record, I want to make sure we don't get in trouble here.
We have like a minute.
For the record, 5:37, 5:39 shooting time.
Oh my god.
It's
dude.
a buck. It's a giant.
I did
it's
not
a giant
see horns.
buck. Who's done that? No
Oh
one's
my God.
done that. Who's done that? Dude, he walked at me. Why'd he come towards
Dude,
me?
why did he look? He was staring at me.
You know he's down there, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, I watched him fall.
Do you know how hard it was to see through the scope of
dude,
that?
I didn't know if you could see
I
it.
lost him like 7 times.
Really?
The only thing I could see was I saw his horns. It was because they were white,
Dude,
and I was like,
I wasn't sure if
it's a
those were
giant
antlers or
buck,
not.
dude. I'm like, dude, all right, we got to get close enough to be able to tell, obviously, if it's a buck or a doe, because like obviously it's super dark. We were stalking another doe for an hour. We got up to the ridge, and I looked over and I said, "There's a buck right there," or I said, "There's a deer." I didn't even know it was a buck.
We thought it was a doe for the longest
So we sat
time.
there and it watched us for 10 minutes. I was like, dude, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm gonna walk, and if I can get within, you know, 50, 60 yards, I'm gonna take a shot. I don't even have my rangefinder. That's why I kept going. Do you see me? I laid down.
Oh, you didn't bring it with you?
No, dude, I didn't know how far it was.
Oh
That's why I
my
didn't take the shot.
God.
Because I'm like, I'm not gonna take the shot unless I know it's within 50, like visually. Did you watch me? I laid down 2 times.
Yeah, you
So
laid down
I was,
like right here.
I was
and then
trying to
walked
get,
more.
I was trying to get steady. I'm like, dude, this is too far a shot. I can't take the shot. I walked more. I rested on my knee. I was like, bro, it's still too far. And like the whole time I knew, I'm like, I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna mess it up. I got closer and I laid down and he walked towards me. So then that was the problem. He's like this. I didn't want to take a chest
Dude,
shot.
he was staring right at you.
And I was like, oh
Why
God.
did
And
he
I was
walk
ready
at
to pull the trigger. And he walks sideways and I go, Meh, and he stops. He looks at me. And I was like, and I got off the scope to see like how far he was. I was like, dude, I can't tell how far he is. He turns and walks 20 more feet towards me. And then he turns and I go, Meh. He's look, that's my alarm.
There's your timer.
That's my alarm to stop shooting. Let's go, dude. Who's done that, bro? That is the most insane thing I've ever seen.
That was sick.
And he's dead. I can see his white belly.
Do you want to go grab the mule and drive over there?
Yeah, we probably should.
Just give him a few more minutes.
Give him some time in case.
Yeah.
But I can see his yellow belly.
He's dead.
It's a buck, dude. How did
Dude, that was a wide body.
I laid in the field, bro.
Dude, that was retarded. You're in the
That
freaking
was the
bean field.
stupidest thing I've ever seen. Here, you know what my theory was? Get in line with him. He can't tell if I'm getting closer or further. He can see this,
Yeah.
right? But like, think of a human walking towards you from that distance. You can't tell if they're 50 yards to 20 yards. You can't really see the difference. So that's what I did. I walked until I was perfectly in line with him, and I just walked right towards him because in his mind, I look like I'm staying still because I'm walking towards him. I don't get that much bigger. So I was like, I'm gonna stay in line with him, and I went, laid down twice. He walked towards me, and also I'm like, bro, it's a big freaking buck. We thought it was a doe at first. We couldn't really tell. So we ranged it from the top of the hill. It was 160 yards, and I bet I got him within 30.
That was sick.
That was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my
Holy.
life, dude. It's so funny because like
This is the dumbest thing.
this is the dumbest thing anyone's ever done
dumbest.
deer hunting. Oh, let me spot and stalk a buck with a crossbow and lay on the ground twice, and then it's gonna walk towards you
In an empty bean field.
in an empty bean field.
Oh, you had no cover, no nothing. You're wearing an old school camo.
Hey, the old ducks, old school camel. They can't see nothing. If that buck couldn't see me, those ducks ain't seeing nothing. Wait, what though? Let's go. Should we go get the mule?
Let's go get the mule. Give him a little bit. We know where he's at. You can't miss him.
Dude,
He's
I've
white
never
belly up.
never shot a deer in my life that dropped right there. He ran
That
20.
was-
He ran 20 yards. Crossbows are on a next level, bro. That broadhead lit him up. The hardest part was I didn't know how far he was.
I know.
What
bubble did you use?
I probably used the 40 to 50 to 60, and I kind of centered it on his shoulder. And clearly I hit vitals if he dropped. So
He
that
dropped
tells you
immediately.
where he was at.
Oh, I'm feeling rain.
Is it starting to rain?
I think so. Or you're spitting on me. one or the
I
other.
probably sneezed on you twice.
That's fine.
Shoo! I don't know if you guys can see me. Huh? We got him, yes. Okay, I'm gonna say if I said the term, okay, if I said the term giant buck, okay, that might have been an exaggeration. I was a little bit excited, okay? I also couldn't see him fully. Like, I could see that it was a buck. I could count his points, but you'll see here in a second why I thought, because the way he kept turning, I could see one specific part of his antlers more than another, and I thought, like, the rest of them would look a lot like that, if that makes any sense. But look at this guy. Shoo! Big boy! He's a big-bodied son of a gun. So, antler check. What we've got here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. I think that counts. I don't know if that counts as another one, but I was talking to Jake earlier and he said that if you can hang a key from it, it counts. So I mean, I can hang a key from that. I'm not sure if that counts as a point, but let's just call it 5, maybe 6. And then you've got one here, here, here. But look at this. That is blood. I'm pretty sure that blood is coming from, maybe it's not. Maybe his nose hit, but you see when he's laying down, the blood is like from his antler. Maybe not. Maybe, and this is all black and white, by the way, just because there's a lot of it. But this side is, you can see, this is the one I saw. So you see how big, fat, tall, and wide it is? So if you hold it like that, seeing how big that is, I assumed all of them were like that because I could literally, I kept losing him and seeing him losing. This one kept shining. I could see it. But yeah, it's super wide. So that's when you see that girth from the side profile, I was like, bro, he's a magnum. But like, I mean, he's really not that bad. Here's the thing though. Look at that. He's blind in one eye. It all makes sense, okay? Because he was standing, honestly, he was probably standing about here initially, right? Yeah, so he was standing up against this tree row, and he was standing like this, and he didn't move for 10 minutes because he can't see out of that eye.
Couldn't see us. We thought he was looking at us.
We're like, dude, he just stares at, he's not moving. He's not staring, he's just staring at us. He couldn't see us. So when the whole time, when I'm walking, he can't see nothing. But he could hear it. So he was just, you know, he's trying to use what senses he has. We didn't know this, obviously. And so what happened was, when I started laying down and really getting close, close, he turned and looked at me and could see out of his left eye. That's why he walked towards me. So the other thing is when he walked towards me, every time you could see he turned to the right so he could use his left eye to see me. And then he would go straight and he would walk towards me. And then that was the first time. When I stopped him the first time, he was kind of broadside. Then he walked towards me again and turned broadside again. The reason why he was turning broadside is because he can't see out his right eye, so he was using his left eye. It all makes sense now. Like, the whole thing makes total sense. So he is a big buck. If you guys want to see, I haven't flipped him over. So he was facing that way. So I'm going to look for an entrance and exit wound. I don't know, again, how much I'm going to be able to show. There's a lot of blood, so, you know, a lot of this is going to be black and white, but let's see where I shot him. I don't know how much we're going to be able to show this, but when I cape it, I'm going to have to see. I don't know where the entrance, but that's your exit. So what happened was this is where I aimed in this area. So he got hit somewhere in here, and it basically went right through. We'll see when I got him. I'm not gonna show you me getting him, but I'll inform you guys if I got lungs, heart, or whatever. But I've never had a deer. Oh, that's what we should do. Let's walk back and see how far. Let's follow the blood trail. We left the crossbow where it laid, so I want to see how far he ran, and I also want to see where the first drop of blood is to see how far he actually was. All right, so we looked for blood. We kind of lost blood, but we found where the bow was, kind of how far we think he ran. I think he about split the distance a little bit. I think he probably ran somewhere between 75 yards, and I think I probably shot him. I'm guessing probably between
40 and 50.
I was gonna say between 40 and 50. It's a tough call. Because we can't, there's not a lot of the blood's here, not a lot of it's there. In the daylight, obviously you could see a lot more, but we're gonna go ahead and get her skinned up, and I'm ready for some more tenderloins. Tenderloins from a deer are just delicioso. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. What's going on, folks? It's been a couple days. We are ready to cook this deer. We got tenderloin right here. Well, just one of them. Saving the. What's he laughing about? You go. What's going on, folks? I'm excited. I'm trying to bring excitement.
Why did you just say shoe? Like.
Shit. Is that better? You like that better? I was trying to bring excitement to the vlog, Banjo. He shows up. He misses the whole deer hunt.
And then makes fun
He
of you.
goes home and cuddles with God knows what, and we end up shooting a buck with a crossbow, the most epic thing ever. And he has the audacity to show up to my house when we cook it and criticize my excitement levels. Anyways, how's it going? We've got tenderloins here. We're gonna throw it on the grill, cook it. We discovered a new recipe the other day using both of these guys. You always see us head to head. What were we cooking when we did that? What did we kill? Duck.
No, there's something on the.
No.
Duck.
Yeah.
It was duck.
It was duck.
Yeah.
It's a fat.
Yeah. So we did all meat, and then we compared to wild game. And then in my head, I'm like, well, actually, I said it out loud. Why don't we combine the two? And it was like the most fire thing ever. So we're gonna start with seasoning this guy with the duck's all meat. Just a nice, light seasoning. Pack that in just like that. Give her the old flip, just like this. Nothing too crazy, because you're gonna double season this guy. So season it like that. We're gonna go outside, throw it on the grill, 500 degrees, okay? Cook it to like 125, 130. When it comes out, just dash some of this stuff on there. I think it's gonna be game changing. We've kind of been messing with the recipes of the seasonings, and I think the idea is to combine the two, so let's go outside and throw it on the grill. 500. Going in hot. Boom. All right. Like I said, I'm not sure how long to do it. It's really not that long. A few minutes. You can give it the old flip ski if you want, and then we're gonna take it in and season it up with some wild game. Wrap it up in some tin foil, let it rest. It's gonna be delicious. Boom, there's your meat there, folks. Got her done up to about 135. We're gonna throw this guy. Oh yeah, give her the old flip. Go ahead and give her the old wrap. Now seal them juices up. Let it rest 5 minutes. We're gonna take a bite out of my crossbow spot stock. Yeah. You got any other ideas for this title of this video? Any more keyword bangers?
Catch and cook, of course.
Catch, clean, cook. Go ahead and unwrap your Chipotle burrito there, guy.
Did you already do the flip?
No, give it the old flip. Oh God, see all the juices are trapped?
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that piece of meat, son.
Ooh, really good.
Okay, ooh, it's like falling apart, look at that. All right, let's see what the steak cut looks like here. Was it cooked or you getting salmon vanilla? Ooh. Oh, can I say, perfection there, son. I think it needs more seasoning.
I feel like this is a little chewier than last time.
Maybe a little bit.
Here, still really good.
It needs more seasoning, it's bland. A little bit too bland. I was nervous to go heavy with the seasoning here. Oh, that's the stuff there.
Really? Yeah. Cut me a piece.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Boom.
That's
Way better.
And that wasn't as chewy.
No, not as chewy. Not as chewy as that end piece was. Yeah, I can't be shy. So I'm almost tempted. All meat and wild game, and then dash wild game at the end.
Mix them first and then put them.
Yeah, and then put them on as like a base.
That was really good. The
wild
game on
the wild game did it.
Yeah.
Well, Jet, you're in for a treat here, guy. Stick that meat in your mouth, son.
Ooh.
That's good stuff. You think it's better or worse than that first deer I shot?
That first one was pretty good.
I think the first one was a little better. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Because we did all meat versus wild game, and I think that's all we did.
Yeah, that's
so
all we did, I think.
I'm not sure why this one's not as good. I mean, I have heard like Rackley's killed a lot of deer. I've talked to him before. He says like sometimes like the meat is what's wrong?
It's got some heat on that piece.
No, yeah,
She got some heat.
No, wild game will get you. He said it has something to do with like the adrenaline. Like if you shoot a deer and it runs really far, which ours didn't, but like he says that can make the meat not taste good.
But he ran a lot harder.
He did run.
He was trying to, but obviously couldn't get very far.
So I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know. It tastes good though. I will say it doesn't taste bad. I think the first deer, for some reason, maybe I was a little bit hungrier that day.
That one didn't run at all. We shot and it kind of walked off.
We shot it and it walked away. Maybe that's it.
Something.
Because this guy sprinted hard for like 20, 40 yards or whatever it was. That is good though, folks. Well, folks, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was pretty intense, pretty insane. I've never seen anything like it. I took the meat to the processor. I took the head and everything to the taxidermist. We're getting it mounted. I told him the story, and he says he's never really heard anything like that. So that was pretty cool. The old spot and stock did the trick. All you gotta do is find one-eyed Willie, and you can sneak up on him and give him the old you know what I'm saying? So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want any beefcake merch, it'll be linked down below. And if you want any ducks merch, it'll also be linked down below. Make sure you use promo code FLAIR to save money on all the stores. And Guggen Squad stuff. Guggen Squad got the orange hats, all that good stuff. Anything on GuggenSquad.com, you can get a discount if you use promo code FLAIR. So they'll be linked down below if you guys want to go check them out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and peace.